Oh, hold on. What's up, everyone? It is your host, Ghost, coming to you live with another wonderful video. How's everyone doing today? I'm cold as hell. I'm gonna put on my hood. Cold. It's like 14 degrees where I'm at. Fucking cold as hell. And I'm in my garage. My heater is not quite working. Anyways, What's up, everyone? It is your host, Ghost, coming to you live with another wonderful video. Adam22, Cuck22, however you want to call him, has been confronted about him running the fuck away from the saint and the sinner. Kind of the best way I can describe it. For all those who know, I covered this when it happened. It was hilarious. I enjoyed every minute of watching it. But it's been how long has it been? Let's see. Post this video January 10th, and it happened. Okay, this happened December 12th. So it's been a month since all this really happened. I think this is the first time he really got into it about it. So we're gonna check out what he says. I watched a little bit of it, not much, or at least I wasn't paying attention to much of it. So we'll see what he has to say about it. I think he lies a little bit about the whole situation. Oh shoot. Sorry about that music. Let me try that again. What's up, everyone? It is your host, Ghost, coming to you live. What's another video? Sorry about that. I forgot I had that background music going for your entertainment when I started 5 minutes early. So yeah, we're going to talk about Cuck22. We're going to listen to him talk about him getting confronted by the saint and the sinner, Marquette Devon Burton. Come on, man. Whatever. Just trying to. All right, whatever. Didn't want to. Anyways, so let's check this out here. All right. So let's see what he has to say about everything. Let's hear. And we're going to probably debunk any of the lies he decides to speak on here. I have the whatever podcast queued up and another short clip queued up and ready. And everything like that. So we're gonna check this out. We're gonna listen, and we're gonna probably try and debunk some of the things he said. So let's get to it. Hope you all guys enjoy this.
Walk out and meet me. I'll interview it.
Hold on. There we go. Normal.
No, everybody keep telling me this shit.
I can't believe that the person who finally is asking me about this is you.
I don't give a like. It's why. But look, one thing about Adam doesn't give a about asking me something, and I don't give a about asking him something. First of all, we both know we're gonna answer it. I don't know no details, but like, yo, Wack, Adam been ducking. He got ran off for interview. I said Adam ain't been ran off.
I'll tell you exactly what happened.
Well, that's a lie. He definitely got ran off that video. He definitely ran. He ran hard. And you want to know why we all know he ran hard? Because everyone fucking agrees he ran the fuck away. The only people that don't agree that Adam22, Cuck22 ran away from whatever podcast are his supporters. That's the only people who can actually say, oh yeah, no, he didn't run off. No, he ran the fuck away.
Happened.
So there's a guy, a conservative commentator named Charlie Kirk, and he's like
white or black?
White.
Okay.
And so he's like very, very well known in the conservative movement, super hardcore conservative Republican, doesn't with abortion, doesn't whatever. And like they told me, because there's a podcast in Santa Barbara called the Whatever Podcast, and they basically do like a lot of sort of dating type stuff / like political stuff. They have people kind of arguing about topics on there or whatever. But the gist of it is that it's basically like a couple dudes and then like 10 girls. And mostly the girls will be like OnlyFans chicks, but then a couple of them will be conservative girls, whatever. And so they asked me to drive up to Santa Barbara, which, as you know, is like an hour and a half drive, to do a debate with this guy, Charlie Kirk, about abortion. Or no, excuse me, about like he basically thinks porn should be illegal. And so I was going to be
illegal.
This is a hardcore conservative Christian guy. So I respect Charlie Kirk.
Christian women are the freakiest women out of all the religions.
They're in denial about
Shout out Ja Rule.
Right. But anyway, so
let's go.
I drove up there to do that debate. And this guy is completely on the opposite side of where I'm at politically, but seems like a respectful guy. I show up 5 minutes before I get there. I see a text from the host telling me that Charlie Kirk pulled out. So this is a little weird to me because I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, So this stream's supposed to start at 5 o'clock. You're texting me at 4:55 telling me the homie pulled out. That's kind of weird because this is a professional ass dude that does this for a living. If he's pulling out on you, I'm assuming that he told you like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours ago, maybe the day before, but you still wanted to have me on the show. So you didn't tell me until the very last second, right? So I walk up to the venue where they do the whatever podcast, and I'm down there. It's a shit of girls, and most of them are girls. They're OnlyFans girls. So they're all talking to me, sparking conversations. They're talking about the baby. They're talking about my girl, yada, yada. So I'm having this whole conversation with them. And then I see this dude walking up. And this is a dude that I only know of him because basically he had like beefed with Destiny and Academics.
Well, that's a lie. That's a lie. That's not why he knows him. He knows him because okay, so he's talking about Saint and Sinner, and they always do this. They like him, DJ Academics, they all refuse to say his name, the Saint and the Sinner. They're, I don't know, terrified to say his name. And I've seen a lot of I've seen them reacting to all of this stuff, but they always refuse to say the Saint and the Sinner's name every single time. I don't know why. They're just terrified of him, apparently. Which, he kind of thrives off that, so he likes that shit, so no big deal. Anyways, so yeah, so he, where was I going with this? Oh yeah. So the reason Adam actually knows about Saint and Sinner isn't because he was beefing with Destiny and DJ Academics. Adam 22 knows about Saint and Sinner because there's, I guess, another part of the No Jumper where another guy, he interviews various people. He's a black guy, and he interviewed the Saint and the Sinner. So he interviews him, and I guess like as he was leaving or shortly after Saint and Sinner left, Adam 22 messages the Saint and the Sinner, and he's like, hey, praying hands and shit. And Marquette, that's a Saint and Sinner's name, Marquette Devon Burton. He says, hey, like politely, he's like, hey, thank you for having me in your studio. I appreciate it, because he's being respectful, of course. And Adam 22 is like, I can't remember exactly what he said, but he says, you should come to my show and we can have an interview. And yeah, Marquette doesn't respond to that at all. And then what happens is DJ Academics gets, all offended because they had the Saint and the Sinner, who he's beefing with, on, the No Jumper show or whatever. And so they're talking about this. It's hilarious. But yeah, so that's a lie. He doesn't know him because he's beefing with well, I mean, that may be the reason. That may be a reason he knows him is, him beefing with DJ Academics and Destiny, but that's not the reason he knows him. The reason he knows him really is because they had him on his show, No Jumper. They did an interview. Laka, I think the guy the interviewer's name is, interviews him, and Adam 22 DMs him on Instagram. So it's a lie. Shocking.
And he's like a red pill guy, right?
Destiny.
That's incorrect. Marquette Devon Burton is not a red pill guy. He specifically states all the goddamn time he's not red pill. He's no pill. They keep labeling him red pill because red pill's, I guess, dying in some circles. So they keep labeling this guy red pill, and the Saint and the Sinner is not red pill.
That's hard.
The blue-haired guy that you became friends with on here. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So this guy had beef with Academics and Destiny, right? And after he beefed with them, I made fun of him on this podcast because, Flacco interviewed him as well. And so
so it's Flacco who interviewed him. That's why Adam 22 knows about the Saint and Sinner, was because Flacco interviewed him. Like,
made fun of him on this podcast. And then after that, he made a of videos talking about me. Now, I never seen him or anything, but I remember always seeing these thumbnails and realizing like, oh, this guy is like basically trying to fucking talk about me to get some clout or whatever.
One of those, okay.
One of them. So I'm standing outside the podcast talking to these girls, and this dude walks up, and like he's like here on me, he's like a little tiny mother or whatever. And he says right away, he's like,
if he's such a little tiny motherfucker, why'd you do what you did? Now you're wondering, what did he do Well, I'll show you in a second. Let's listen to him lie again.
Damn, it's crazy to see you here. Like, do we need to fight? And I was
you
like,
had your security with you?
No, because
you learned something.
I'm up in I need security for this guy.
Everywhere you go.
Really? 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 I'm up with this guy. Now I'm just gonna check. Let's see how accurate. All right. So here's something. Hold on. All right. Stop sharing because I want to show the accuracy of what Adam Cuck 22 here is talking about. So I just went on YouTube and Googled Satan Sinner and Adam 22. All right. So this doesn't count. This was the this doesn't count. This doesn't count. All right, here we go. That's one. Okay, we got 1, 2. Okay, that's like 2 videos. I think there's at least a third. There's like 3. Okay, he's like, oh, there's a shit ton of videos, but that's like 3. Well, there's 2 that you saw, and then there's like a third one where he really goes in. Wait, hold on. I think. No. Okay, 4. Sorry. So there's at least 4. So, not fairly accurate. Like, 4. Oh, okay, 5. Yeah. So this is the 4th one I was talking about here. How did the beef start? And well, actually, let's click on this one real fucking quick. You know what? Let's get the saint and the sinners, how the beef started. So here we go.
You see the first DM coming from Adam22 says, yo, with the praying hands emoji. I respond, hey, Adam, thanks a lot for allowing me on your platform. Then he responds, let's do it when you're in LA. So he says, let's do it when you're in LA. All of a sudden, DJ Academics gets emotional. And so
the emotional part happens after the interview, clearly.
He starts attacking not me because he's scared to do that. So he starts attacking No Jumpers. Yeah, they start folding like lawn chairs, turning on their own mans. DJ Academic said, your wife's a cold floor, man. You asked me to pop her off with you, man. You's a dirtbag. She's a dirtbag.
Adam don't want war with me. That's facts. Adam was begging me to fuck his bitch, nigga. That's his wife now.
DJ Academic talking reckless, slizzard off the Henny. Did anybody say, look, man, you better shut your mouth? They ain't say that. They actually did say is, well, this is Flacco's fault. And they pretend as though Adam was unaware that I was coming on the show. Highly improbable. He stated himself that he did the timestamps before the video went up. Adam and the whole staff, they start dragging Flacco through the dirt, but then they have to turn around and try to drag me through the dirt to do what? To appease DJ Academics. Why? Because it's a money play. They don't want to upset their colleagues because they think it's going to hurt their money game. You have a satanic character when he follows money as a god. On the American banknote, it says...
Okay, so that's basically how the beef started. So there we go. Now we got it. We heard it from the Satan. So that's like 4 or 5 videos. Okay, not a shit ton. I wouldn't call that a shit ton. Would you call that a shit ton? I wouldn't call this a shit ton. All right, so let's get back into it. Oh, let's actually listen to what he just what he said 2 seconds ago.
Adam,
I could rear naked choke him. Like, okay, right. Flacco interviewed him as well, and so I made fun of him on this podcast, and then after that, he made a shit of videos.
All right, so he says shit ton. That's like 4 or 5 videos on Adam 22. Really, so, would you label that a shit ton? I wouldn't label that a shit ton. I would label that I've been preaching how much I've been talk about fresh and fit as a shit ton. 4 or 5 videos, wouldn't label that a shit ton. If it's under 10, I don't think that's a shit ton.
Talking about me now, I never seen him or anything, But I remember always seeing these thumbnails and realizing like, oh, this guy is like basically trying to fucking talk about me to get some clout or whatever.
One of those, okay.
One of them.
Doesn't need the clout.
So I'm standing outside the podcast talking to these girls, and this dude walks up, and like he's like here on me, you know, he's like a little tiny mother or whatever. And he says right away, he's like, damn, it's crazy to see you here. Like, do we need to fight? And I was
you
like,
had your security, would you?
No.
Okay, so now he says, Adam 22's like, says that Marquette says, damn, it's crazy to see you here. You want to fight? Or do we need to fight? Now let's hear what Marquette actually said. Okay.
Here we are after the podcast. What did you see when I walked up? As soon as you...
Now, context. This guy is the husband of one of the conservative girls that was on the podcast with Marquette and Adam 22, Cuck 22. So she was there, and so they come down after the pod, and so he was here when this whole situation happened. So let's hear from his words what the interaction between Cuck 22 and Marquette was.
You came up, you said you want the fade, and you asked Adam that, and he said, "Nah, it's all content, bro." And
Thank
then
you.
He dapped you up.
Dap me up like we're good friends, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. I thought it was gonna be a chill podcast. And he got his feelings
That
hurt.
was crazy.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
That was.
Yo.
Okay, here we are.
So there we go. So look at that. It's another lie we're catching Cut 22 in. Okay, that's another fucking lies we're running into. All right. So, and okay, hold on. All right, so he says he's a little guy. All right, so Adam 22 is 6'1". Okay. Hold on. I'm just trying to figure. So Adam is 6'1". How tall? Okay, fine. You're just going to be difficult here. Okay, so Marquette is 5'9". Okay, so maybe that's accurate. Maybe he's a little bitty guy. 6'1" versus 5'9", so he's 4 inches. 11, 12. Yeah, 4 inches. He's 4 inches shorter. All right, so that might be accurate. Well, if you didn't need security and the guy comes up and asks you need the fade, as he puts it, and yet no. And then later on in the podcast, you're like, oh, I want to fight this guy. I don't think any of this is really accurate. Sure. Oh, okay. So this is a lie. This is a lie. Marquette's not a scammer. It's been regularly proven because all they can say is he's a scammer, but they can never say what he did to scam anyone. Like they say an NFT thing, but it wasn't really a scam though. Let's see. Like it's just crazy, you know. It's funny. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. So he says everything about him's fake. He's never had. Oh shoot! I didn't. Oh shit! I didn't realize. Hold on. Here, listen, my dumbass talk. Hold on. Let's reshare the screen so we can all watch.
All right. That's hard.
The blue-haired guy that you became friends with on here. Yes. There's like no money. He's just like everything about him is. Damn, it's crazy to see you here. Like, do we need to fight? And I was
you
like,
had your security with you?
No, because
You learned something.
I'm up. I need security for this guy.
Everywhere you go, Adam.
I could rear naked choke him. Like I could rear naked choke him and 20 of his friends at the same.
Sure, dude. Sure. Adam's not a fighter. He runs away from fights. He sends his security. He's not a fighter. He runs away from fights.
Time. It's not even.
Why are you talking about choking him up naked? But
I'm just saying this is not like the kind of guy you need security for.
Okay.
Anyway, he says, "Do we need to fight?" All I think in my head is like, no. Like, why do I need to fight you? Like, I know you made videos about me, but a lot of people make videos about me. I'm not thinking about like, I'm not angry at you like I want to fight you, right? I sit down to do the interview. And it's kind of weird because one of the things about this dude is that he's a scammer. Like he actually, like he scammed his own fans. He did like a crazy NFT scam. Everything that he says about himself is like totally made up. Like he has not had any kind of business success. He has like no money. He's just like, everything about him is kind of like a facade. And
all right. So everything about Marquette Devon Burton is a facade. Everything. All right. Well, let's check this out right here. Oh, it's on. Okay, yeah. All right, so everything about Marquette Devon Burton. All right, so this is him, Marquette Devon Burton, Saint and Sinner. All right. This is from Worth Trackers. We're tracking your favorite celebrities' net worth. I don't know how accurate this is. I don't know. Okay. So now this is what they say about him. Marquette Devon Burton is a prominent American technology entrepreneur and accomplished author, known for his remarkable contributions to the tech industry and literacy world. Currently holding the esteemed position of executive at Fletch, Marquette has demonstrated his expertise in both the corporate and creative realms. His impressive net worth is a testimony to his undeniable success as he continues to amass substantial fortune through his lucrative career endeavors. All right, so his net worth. So his net worth is approximately 80 million. All right. Net worth is approximately 80 million. Yearly income 40K, 36 monthly, daily 1.2K. That's you know, it's what it is. All right. So he has no business success whatsoever, but he's apparently approximately worth $80 million. That's weird. His career. Now listen, this is his career. It's a testimony to his unwavering dedication, passion for the success in American technology, entrepreneurs, and author fields. With a diverse and impressive professional journey, he has carved a niche for himself as one of the most successful individuals in these domains. His career began with key roles that showcase his commitment to education and community development. He served as the Pacific Northwest manager of EVFRE, and later as a school operations manager of Teach for America. These positions allowed him to make a significant impact on the lives of students and communities, further fueling his desire to excel in his chosen fields. Today, Marquette holds the prestigious position of executive at Fletch, a testimony to his hard work and dedication he has poured into his career. His rise to this executive role is a result of his relentless pursuit of excellence and his ability to align his professional path with his true passions. All right. So let's see. And his education qualifications. Let's see. He's earned his undergraduate from the prestigious University of California. he pursued and successfully completed his master's degree from Johns Hopkins. And let's see. Okay, anything else? Okay, this is Fletch's. So this is this executive. So this is Fletch, the net worth. Fletch is undeniably a rising star in the ever-evolving landscape of the technology industry. With over 6 years of dedicated experience in this dynamic field, they managed to carve out a formidable presence, leaving a trail of innovations and success in their wake. What truly sets them apart is their team of highly seasoned professionals who bring a wealth of experience to the table. Their collective knowledge and commitment to excel to excellence have propelled the company remarkably high. In recent statistics revelations, it was disclosed that Fletch boasts a remarkable net worth of $30 million. $30 million. You fucking kidding me? That's that's a shit ton. So there you go. He's an executive at a very successful company that's worth $30 million. Very successful. So keeps calling Marquette a scammer. Adam keeps calling Marquette a scammer, but never really offers any proof. When asked, I don't think I've ever heard him prove. There's this NFT thing, and what happened was, so Marquette and Destiny were having a discussion, and Destiny asked Marquette, "Hey, okay, what about my life experience doesn't allow me to give advice, basically?" And so Marquette pulls up a video, and this video has Destiny crapping on, calling NFTs a scam. He, denounced NFTs, say it's a horrible thing, and everyone who buys into an NFT is just scamming you, blah blah blah. And then the second video, it was one video, but the second clip that was shown was Destiny promoting NFTs. And so the point of the video and the clips being shown was to show that Destiny just goes for money. It doesn't have any real backbone or really set things. If the price is right, he'll flip flop on what he likes. And instead of responding to it, all Destiny tried to do is deflect with what is an NFT. So that's the common joke going on, the NFT. And then I guess the Satan Center, Marquette, he posted a seminar on how a step-by-step how to make an NFT and sell an NFT. And apparently that was a scam, and it was like $400. So he scammed a bunch of people, a guy worth $8 million, scammed people out of with $400. Yeah, make that make sense.
In order to try to build this idea of him being the successful dude or whatever. And we started doing the podcast, and I only lasted 40 minutes, and he keeps taking shots at me in the conversation.
Well, that's not true at all either, Adam. He wasn't taking shots at you. He was asking you questions. The shots being taken at you were your answers, because your answers just didn't make any fucking sense. And we will go over that here in a second. As soon as we're done with the Adam clip, we're going to go back to the whatever one. Even though I already covered it, we're going to listen word for word what Marquette asked at Cuck 22. And you can decide what were these shots that were taken.
And my whole thing is I'm starting to realize how bad I f***ed up as I sit there, because this guy knows so much about me. I know nothing about him besides the fact that he's a scammer.
So you needed beast with you that day.
And so he knows so little about him, but he knows that he's a scammer. Yet when asked about it, he can't fucking. They're not even asking him, what has he scammed? How is he a scammer? All he says is he's a scammer. But how is he a scammer? All he's got is this NFT thing.
Hey,
which something Marquette has explained several times at this point.
Needed to not be in this situation.
He needed beast with him.
And this is the other thing that he's doing, is that he's kind of he's dissing all the girls over and over. He's just dissing.
Yeah, because they're all OF whores. Of course he's dissing them. What the fuck?
and everybody at the table. But meanwhile,
and that's incorrect. He's not dissing everyone at the table. He's dissing. He was really getting at it with one chick, and that's because she was she kept coming back at him, and so he just started owning him. But he wasn't dissing everyone at the table.
He's a total loser, but the girls don't know.
Yeah, he's a loser. He's worth $8 million, an executive of a $30 million company, but he's a loser.
Well, that they're just like kind of going along with it and kind of acting like he's got like some sort of high ground to be on where he gets to diss them. And after like a half hour of it, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna get out of here because it was just like,
Adam, listen.
But okay, I had two options in my head.
Adam, bro,
I was thinking about throwing my drink in his face and jumping over the table and attacking him.
Like a bitch. That's something a bitch would do. I'm going to throw my drink at you. I'm going to throw my drink at you, and then I'm going to attack you.
I weighed that in my head for like 3 or 4 minutes, and then I was like,
he didn't think that for a second. He didn't think, I'm going to jump over the table and attack this guy. He didn't think that for a second. He's just like, how can I get out of this situation the quickest possible way? That's what he really thought. Don't lie to us, guys.
Okay. And then I was just like, you know what? I have nothing to gain from that. What I thought about doing was doing the fake walkout. I was going to say, like, yeah, I got to go to the bathroom.
Again, like a bitch. Like, look, now, to be fair, he didn't end up doing any of this. He just said, I'm going to leave. But the first things he contemplated were bitch moves. The first thing I'm going to think of, the first two things I'm going to think to do is be a bitch. I'm going to throw my drink at him and jump over the table, or I'm going to do a fake walk, do the fake walk. I'm going to go to the bathroom, but actually run away like a bitch.
And then just dip out.
Shows kind of character this guy has, really.
That would have worked.
But then instead I was like, you know what? I'm out of here. But then like everybody makes videos about this being like, oh, Adam walked out.
Adam,
it was just
because you did walk out. What the fuck? Oh, shit. Sorry. Like, yes, we're making videos about it because you walked out. They're like, oh, everyone's making videos about that because I walked out. Yes, you rage quit. Everyone, yes. What are you talking about? Of course.
You up.
It was
you got packed up, Adam.
I did not get packed up.
Who is this?
Yes, he did.
Put him in the title on Clubhouse. Who is this? You got his name?
I don't know his name. But
fucking look at that. I don't know his name.
I don't even know. Yeah, we don't know his name. Nobody knows. Nobody has ever known his name. No.
Really? He doesn't know. Okay, I don't know his name. But when the show started, everyone did their introductions and you learned his name. And okay, you don't know his name, but you've had him on No Jumper. You've done videos about talking about him without actually saying, like, he first one of the video he did Cook 22 mispronounced his first name and then calls him the sinner of the saint, knowing it's the saint and the sinner. Like, what is this crap? I don't know who this is. Yeah, you do. You don't know who he is, but you know so much about him that you know for a fact he's a scammer. Make that make sense. You don't know who he is, but you know that he's a scammer. What is this?
So you don't know that OnlyFans girl that was there? How about the host?
I followed a couple of the girls.
The host over there. No, we can't let it ride.
Oh well, that's Brian.
Come on, bro.
You feel like the whatever podcast set you up though? Like you?
No, they didn't set up. They didn't set up Adam 22. They set up Marquette. 100%. They set up Marquette.
They knew y'all had beef.
I actually don't, because I don't think that Brian was paying close enough attention to realize that this was somebody that I had an issue with, even though when you actually look at it with them like pulling the other host at the last possible second and then having this weird internet troll guy who's obsessed with me, it does like look like they said.
You know what's funny too is Marquette doesn't ever actually talk about him unless they talk about him first. Like, he's not talking about these guys constantly. Like I said, 4 videos. And they've had, I think they've had maybe just as many. I have no idea, honestly. But I don't know how many videos Adam Jumper has done, or Adam 22, Cook 22 has done on Marquette. But, 4 or 5 video for, 4 or 5 videos for Marquette. Come on, dude. Come on.
Yeah, Brian. But I kind of don't think that Brian was like thinking on that level. And
no, he wasn't thinking, I'm going to set up Adam 22. He was thinking, I'm going to set up the Saint and the Sinner. That's who he was thinking.
Also, he hit me up so many times, making it clear that it was a big accident and misunderstanding, that he did not want to put me in that situation or whatever, that I kind of believed him. That being said, I don't really think that like that kind of podcast is necessarily like the environment that I should be putting myself into at this point, because.
So what's the dude name podcast?
It's called Whatever. You want to go up there?
So you know whatever, but you don't know the Saint in the Center, the guy that introduced himself to you. Okay.
Who's the host?
I would almost maybe go with you. It's like a white guy named Brian. It's like the least.
We need to go back.
The least street podcast you've ever seen in your life. You want me and you to go?
Yeah, just have him sit there and let's troll the out of him.
Just make him sweat. But see, that's part of the problem, is that he gets trolled on this podcast all the time, because now they have all these OnlyFans girls showing up to troll him. They show up and they do weird personalities and like crazy shit to try to get to try to go viral. Yeah,
I'm gonna bring all my homies who ain't been to the dentist in 18 years.
I don't think he's like down to have a bunch of gangsters.
You didn't know it was coming. He don't know it was coming. They're not gonna do nothing. They're just gonna stare.
I'll tell you this. This is my final word, and it's going to transition to our next topic.
I'm just gonna fast speed this, just because I'm not sure if anything really interesting or on topic happens. So let's see if Adam speaks any more on the Saint in the Center, and we'll go from there.
I was talking to Academics about it right afterwards, because he hates this fucking guy too.
Okay. Yeah. It's because the Saint in the Center roast Academics all the time. Fatademics, Livingston.
And Academics' response to me was, bro, you're crazy. Why would you put yourself in an environment like that, where you've got this dude who can only go up from here, because he's like ground level as a content creator. Like he can come up off of dissing you. Whereas like, even if you completely dunk on this dude, even if it's not going to do anything for you.
Academics, take your own advice, because I told you that about a few people associated to Adam.
That's true. Maybe he got that advice from
you. Keep on doing it. And on top of that,
as soon as Academics said that to me via text, I was just like, fuck.
Should have took Wack with you.
I wish that I had thought of that before I sat down with this guy.
Wack with you.
But Alex got some good wisdom once in a while. I got to give it to him.
No, he doesn't.
Not that.
All right. So there we go. We're done with that. It's all done. We're done listening to Adam 22's lies. Because that's all he can do is lie. Hold on. Because let's see. All right. What the? All right. Hold on. Just try and get to. All right. Let's see if I can get this. All right. So here we go.
Queen of the
Dragons,
Andals,
right?
Breaker of Chains. I don't know the her name.
Lisa Godina. I'm 28. I'm
her name. King of the Queen. Excuse me, Queen of the
Dragons,
Andals,
right?
Breaker of Chains. I don't know the. That was good. I liked it. I like her name.
And work with cars in here.
All right, hold on. We're gonna fast forward this because I can't fucking do it.
23. Okay.
Hi, I'm Maddie Roubaix. I'm 21. And
we're not gonna listen to these shows. All right, so we're just gonna, because Adam 22 is like, I don't know who this guy is. I don't even know his name. So I mean, is that true? Let's find out. Let's find out how accurate that is. Again, we're just I'm not trying to like listen to all these chicks introduce themselves. I just want to see if Adam 22 is right. Did this guy give him such a false name? Did he not know? Let's find out.
25.
25. Oh, good. Welcome.
It's the big homie, the one and only Fax Kellerman, Stephen A. Pimp, Malcolm Flex, Flex Luthor, Kent Drippy Jr., the Crown Prince of Iran, the idol of James Bond, Marquette Devon Burton, the Saint and the Sinner on YouTube.
That was one of the most.
Okay. All right, Adam. So you didn't know this guy's name? You just listed it, gave the biggest introduction of all times. You don't know this guy's name? All right. All right, now let's see him take shots at him. Let's see him take shots of Adam Cook 22 here.
We work with other people in terms of porn content, but besides that, we're monogamous.
Mm-hmm. So they have to be getting paid if they're sleeping with other people. You like that? You like how I did that? Let's work.
So
I'm just gonna go a little faster. I don't want to be like listening to normal speed. I already listened to it. I did a full reaction at normal speed, so we're gonna do 1.5 speed. All right.
You recently were involved. You did like a reality TV series, kind of, to see who. Correct me if I'm wrong. To see who would be the next person who gets to have sexual intercourse with your wife, Lena. Is that?
Well, the reality show was intended to find our first boy girl.
Okay.
Threesome. So it was a 4-episode series.
It's always so weird here. Boy girl.
Scene is on our OnlyFans. Yeah.
And you guys did the scene's done.
The scene it's been completed.
Okay.
And decimated.
Who won? Who won the?
A guy named Lil D.
Lil D.
24-year-old gentleman from Harlem.
Is he a rapper? Or?
He raps.
He raps.
Not his primary vocation.
Little D.
Not his primary vocation.
Mostly a porn star.
Okay, he's mostly a porn star.
Yeah.
And raps on the side.
Yeah.
He's got a SoundCloud.
I would assume.
I'd assume. Yeah.
Still getting that part off the ground.
Who else was involved in that process? Like, I think I saw. Was it Crip Mac?
Crip Mac was on there as well.
The
Yeah.
55th
Street. Free Crip Mac. He's
he got
facing Fed charges right now.
We were gonna have him on the show.
That would have been unreal.
And so he's currently incarcerated.
Yeah, he got locked up a week or two ago.
You think he's gonna be able to post bail or?
I believe that the average sentence.
Also, notice this. I just want to point this out. It's interesting how he talks about this whole confrontation thing and his rage quitting. He's wearing the same shirt with the other one, and the same shirt he wore when he got rage quit. He's wearing it was what he was wearing on whatever.
For what he's being charged with, like 5 years in the feds. So no.
Jeez. Okay. That sucks. Well, okay. And then previously there was this big thing where with Lena and Jason Love.
Right.
That was a big thing.
That was her first time sleeping with another guy in 7 years of us being together, and she did that on camera. That was her first ever scene with somebody besides me.
And are you guys thinking of like continuing this trend, or like how do you feel about it? Because I've seen like some clips where you've kind of been like cool with it, but then others where you're kind of like, oh man, I don't know how I feel about it. Or
I mean, I was a little bit conflicted when she actually shot the scene with the other guy, just in the sense that she's going off and filming something with somebody else. I'm not there. When we shot the scene with the other guy, Lil D, I didn't feel any kind of weirdness about that. It was pretty mutual. Okay. So for sure, that definitely by the time we're done in the adult business, I'm sure she'll have shot other scenes with other guys and everything. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Can I ask Adam a question?
Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah.
Is this for the money, or just like you're like, this is what I'm called to do?
I would say it's primarily for the money, the same way that probably most of the girls here wouldn't be naked on the internet if they didn't have OnlyFans that were profitable for them. But at the same time, I mean, me and her have been hooking up with other girls for the duration of our relationship. And we actually had one off-camera boy-girl threesome with my wife and a friend of mine within like the first.
It's still so weird to hear boy-girl. What about what happened to like MMF? Why is it boy-girl? That's just weird.
Month that I met her, we were out drinking one night. And we ended up having some fun in that sense. So it's not like completely outside the realm of things that I would do for free, but we don't have a lot of crazy off-camera sexual experiences. Almost everything that we do that's out of the ordinary is on camera.
So is there, because I don't know what you're worth, but I have a sense that you're doing reasonably well. So if there was no money to be made, would you continue on with it?
I think that was a conversation that her and I had that made us realize that we wanted to kind of start pushing the boundaries of what we were doing on camera, which she said, do you really think that we're going to be together for the next?
I think I said this when I first read it, but how is like pushing the boundaries bringing another dude along? Like, I don't
20 years, and that we're never going to swap or bring another penis into our sexual situation. And I said, no, I definitely feel like I'm comfortable enough that I can see us doing that as time goes by. And then we ended up actually orchestrating it on camera.
Are you bisexual?
No.
Okay. All right. Let's just sign up. All right. So with regards to bringing the other dude in, would you say that was primarily driven by her?
Now this is when Marquette's getting into this. He's asking some questions about all this stuff, and I want you guys to pay attention. Does this sound like digs to you? Okay. Does it? He's saying he's taking digs, but does this sound like he's taking digs to you? He's taking shots at Adam 22 while he's asking these questions. Just want you to listen.
I would say it was very mutual. We just kind of realized that, after doing that Jason Love scene, we just didn't realize how viral the whole thing was going to be. And so we kind of got set on the path of thinking about how we could take it to the next level, because it ended up being like by far the most viral thing that any of us had ever been involved with. So at that moment, we kind of realized like, oh, this is kind of our thing now. We have to sort of push at the edges of our conventional relationship, and the people will be incapable. Well, I mean,
mostly, not conventional.
Well, I mean, we sleep with other girls, but off camera, our relationship is entirely traditional.
Crazy. All right. So what I'm really trying to figure out is, because you said you were uncomfortable with the Jason Love scene initially, right?
I was a little conflicted about it. It was a little bit of a weird thing.
And so I'm trying to figure out like where your soul is, and as much as like removing money from the equation. And honestly, at this point, I don't even think money is really the driving force.
Yeah, just to get it out there, me and her are both multimillionaires and have been for many years. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So money's not the driving force.
Okay, so there's a compliment right there. It's like, you guys are both millionaires, right? All right, cool. You know, little compliment there. You guys are doing financially well, you know. Okay, was that a shot? No.
So if it were just up to you and she were a robot as opposed to a human, and you could have it to where you could have things open on your side but closed on her side, would you prefer that?
To be honest, she came to me before we started kind of pushing out the boundaries of our relationship, and she said, "What do you think that we should do? Do you think that I should just kind of hang it up and have another kid, or do you think that we should keep doing this for a few more years and kind of see how far we can take things?" And I said, "You know what? Let's push at the edges. Let's see how far we can take this." So it is primarily a financial thing, but also I can say that when we shot the scene with this other guy the other day, I had a great time. It was fun overall.
Like your time was enhanced because he was there. Because
like, doesn't that sound weird? Doesn't any of this sound weird to you? It's like, I enjoyed myself when there's another dude coming around fucking my wife with me.
Me personally, I like my meat to be the only one on the sandwich.
Right. No, it was exciting. It was exhilarating for sure.
Like, what kind of hot dog? Like one hot dog on the bun. Jerry be like, you got all these Vienna sausages coming out the woodwork. So you find that it's enhanced by that? Because I find like
that was fun. Yeah.
Okay.
In a different way than, you know, sleeping with other girls. We've done that hundreds of times together. So this was something that switched it up a little bit. Yeah.
Do you think with all of these unusual sexual experiences that it might lead you down a path to where you have to go to extreme things to get off?
No, I've been jerking off to the exact same type of content my entire life. So the idea that guys who watch porn have to sort of slowly get into more and more extreme.
I'm not talking about watching it. You're in it.
Right, yeah, but I mean, I've been doing porn on camera with her, and this is the only thing that we've done that took it to another level. You know, if we did 7 years straight of just having sex with other girls on camera, this is the only thing that we've done that kind of opened it up a little bit, to the tune of us becoming like probably one of the most viral couples in America in the past year. So in terms of where we could take it, I mean, I'm not doing any gay shit, and so that's probably like the primary thing.
I mean, a little gay to have another dude there while you're fucking your wife. Just because you're fucking your chick doesn't make it any less gay. I don't know, maybe that's just my opinion.
But obviously people asking us if we would ever shoot with a trans person. I'm not interested in that either. So I can't really think of where we would take it.
Okay, without belaboring, I'm gonna let you carry on.
Sure.
Just one last piece. You know, sometimes we aren't really, seeing ourselves in as much as you said she brought the conversation to you. You said that you didn't feel comfortable initially with the Jason Love being involved in.
Well, I addressed the Jason Love thing. It was just once it actually took place, I had a tiny amount of buyer's remorse that I quickly replaced with realizing like, oh, this is not a big deal. Nothing changed in our relationship after she shot with another guy. So that was pretty abated quickly.
Right. So it's like called the inversion of morals, which is to say that truth be told, in your heart of hearts, you're not comfortable with it. You want to retain your.
No, he's not. He's not. Okay, he's not. That's why he's got like all fucking offended and all upset when people started roasting his ass. He's not really that comfortable with it. Obviously, she's the one who brought it. Says, I want to start fucking other dudes, and he's like, okay, like whatever.
One second, I didn't.
And you also know that Marquette's hitting the door on the nail, or the door on the nail. He's hitting the hammer on the nail. Like he's really nailing him here because this because Adam's interrupting. If someone's speaking a truth that you don't like, generally you start trying to interrupt him, trying to stop him from speaking. That's a very common thing to happen, especially when you're triggering shit.
I do want to hear
you're kind of pushing like a fake narrative by saying that I'm uncomfortable.
But I never interrupted you. I never interrupted you because I want to hear you out.
I just wanted to save you a little bit of breath by correcting you.
I'm not trying to get you angry. I sincerely am interested in what you have to say. But I
did
interrupt you one time. So the reason I ask is because, as I said, you said that you felt uncomfortable when it happened. She brought up the conversation. You're not bisexual. So sometimes when things happen and you want to keep your lady, you make the adjustment, compromising, but in your heart of heart, that's not really what you wanted. So you're being open, and then you had this idea planted, and then you start adopting it, thinking like, okay, well, I'm okay with it. Maybe it's something that I signed off on too. So you assign it mutuality when in actual fact, the inception of that idea came from her and you've adjusted to it.
I wouldn't say the inception of the idea came entirely from her. This is a conversation we've been having throughout.
See, and then here he is. He's fucking lying. He's like, I didn't say it was coming for her. Well, she's the one who brought it up. So it did come for her.
The entirety of our relationship as we met more and more male performers that I was comfortable with, and sort of slowly over time realized that this is something that we both felt comfortable with.
Yeah. So when you said that you were comfortable with, right, and it came over time, whereas with the females, it just came straight away, almost like a natural thing, you might say.
Right.
So why, in terms of when the guy comes along, there has to be a process, because it's a process of adjusting to something that's unpleasant.
Why was there a process that it took some adoption? What are you asking?
Yeah, it seems as though different than the females came naturally, and it seemed to not be an issue.
Sports donated $200. I guess it is fair that you get to bang other girls, so logically she should get outside D. Still, gotta be tough to see another dude rail your woman. Also, Paging Butler, these folks need your wisdom.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this dude gets it, that of course it's going to be a little awkward for you to go through the transition of seeing your girl do that for the first time. But ultimately, she told me even up until the moment that she was leaving the house to go shoot it, she's like, I won't do this if you don't feel comfortable with it. And I told her, even though there is a degree to which I don't feel comfortable with it, I'm still willing to give this a shot because I realize the underlying value. And I mean, to be honest, we both made 7 figures off of that one scene in and of itself.
And I believe that. I don't doubt that.
You know, we're both multimillionaires. We don't need the money. We made a shit ton of money off of this video. Make that make sense, bro.
The financial aspect at all, but like, for example, and I know maybe people watching might not be able to relate to this, but say once you cross $2 million, right? Have you found that there are a significant number of things you can do with money that you can't do when you have 2 million versus say 15 million?
I'm not really doing anything with any of the money I make. I don't have any sort of like fancy habits or hobbies or anything like that. It's just the same way as me. I'm we're into buying property and starting businesses and stuff like that, but it's not really about the money and what we can do with it because we don't really do anything with it.
Right. So when you say there was an underlying value, what is the underlying value of your wife getting railed by a big black guy?
Probably just money primarily, but then also
I think you guys. All right, wait, go ahead. Let one of them talk. I think that's a checkmate. That's a checkmate right there. That's a checkmate. Let one of them explain why that didn't make sense. Go ahead, love. That was a checkmate. Go ahead.
What about you getting around that big black
Go
guy?
ahead.
See, these chicks are so brain dead. They just laugh because they're like, they just laugh because Brian laughed, and so now they're all like, "What? There was a point there? I wasn't paying attention." Listen to the point. There's someone.
Go ahead.
I don't know who his wife fucked. Was it a big black guy?
Oh my god, fucking hell! They don't understand.
The last clip from Lena's.
Yeah, this chick right here. She got it. So listen to her. No one at the table got it. I think maybe Brian got it, and then this chick here, she got it.
Instagram, it's pulled up.
Okay, and then this is his wife.
Audio.
This was apparently very important.
She's so pretty.
Thanks.
It's finally happening.
So weird.
Shout out to my guy Jason over there. See the way they're laughing and just
Weird.
having a good time. I feel like that's kind of like a peek behind the curtain for a lot of non-porn stars to realize that shooting this kind of content, it's not some seedy environment. She had a good time on set. I'm sure he had a good time. I grew.
Of course, he had a good time. Got to fuck some chick.
One final point or anything for Andrew. I do want.
No, there was a point in which like the argumentative piece I was getting to kind of reached a culmination. I thought they got it, but they didn't understand it. Do you want to summarize that? Do you recall?
Yeah, so basically you said the reason the value is the financial value, is the financials you get from the videos, but then you also say that you don't do anything with the money, that it doesn't really matter to you, so you guys don't live a luxurious lifestyle. The money is just kind of sitting there. So how is that a financial value if you don't even use it?
Well, her and I are building a business, and also, we have plans of not working forever. So for me, it's like, I'd like to leave the game with, I don't know, 10, 20, $30 million. And so us doing that was probably the greatest windfall of money that we ever got from doing anything. And it was relatively painless for us.
One quick question. Are you concerned about your child? I believe she's a daughter, right? I have a daughter, gave birth a couple months ago. Do you ever worry that one day she'll see this content and maybe would you want her to be doing content like this? Is this something that would make you proud as a father to a young daughter?
I think every parent wants to see their offspring do better than them. So for sure, I wouldn't like to see her, just
Look, I agree. Everyone's offspring. Everyone wants their offspring to do better than them. If you're a multimillionaire, how is your daughter, realistically, okay? How's your daughter going to do better than you if you're a multimillionaire than going into, the sex work? I'm just saying.
To sort of default to that just because she knows that her parents did it. But as far as if one day she's an adult and she decides that she wants to do whatever, I know a lot of girls who make a shitload of money on OnlyFans and don't even show their nipples. So I can't just look at OnlyFans as a profession and say that would be a hideous way for.
It's because you're a terrible father, Cuck 22. If you have a daughter and you can't be like, I would be deeply ashamed if my daughter started an OnlyFans, then you're a terrible father. Simple as that.
My offspring to earn a living one day, but I certainly wouldn't be encouraging.
Yeah, you wouldn't say it's beautiful.
Well, obviously no. I would not call it beautiful though.
So wouldn't you want better for your own wife?
My wife has she loves her career. She loves the business that we're building. She's happy with it. She was earning whatever, like $30,000 a year at the time that I met her. And in her first week on OnlyFans, she made $30,000. So, the extent to which this has changed our life dramatically has been pretty extreme.
Yeah, I mean, she is selling her body online to random men, and I don't
images of her body. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Same thing.
Jason Love shows up. The body itself is going.
Well, yeah. They had a good time on set. For sure. Yeah.
Well, let's not dig in too deep on Adam here.
All right, so there we go. So, do you think those were digs? I don't think they were digs. He was asking some intellectual. Fuck, I can't even say the goddamn word now. He was asking some intelligent questions. Okay, and he got him cornered, and it doesn't make any sense. All right, let's see. We're gonna go timestamps.
I need to get on that.
Yes.
All right, so let's listen more.
Why don't I call you instead of, because I'm going to probably butcher it again, Saint?
Cool.
Saint, is that
Fantastic.
Okay. So your relationship.
Now, FYI, earlier he mispronounced Marquette's name, and Marquette corrected him. So, you know, I don't understand how it's so hard to say Marquette. It's Marquette.
Status.
I usually don't discuss it. Can I skip it?
Give us a hint.
Yeah.
Give us a hint.
I'm doing what Adam would do if he was a boss, which is to say
Adam is a boss.
All right. Now that right there, that was a dig. That was a shot. But it was more good-natured. This is a humor thing. All right. It wasn't like, you know, full on shot. It was like, dude, I'm just going to give him a little, you know, making fun of him a little bit. All right. It was good-natured humor, in my opinion, at least.
Which is to say that my lady's 100% monogamous and only wants to be monogamous. And then I do what I want to do.
I see. So would you say you have a main piece, a main chick, and side hoes, side chicks?
No, because every woman I deal with is conservative. So every woman I would deal with, it would be for the potential of having in a long-term relationship. So I try not to deal with dirtbags.
So you like multiple? Do you want multiple wives?
I wouldn't ever get married legally, and obviously polygyny is illegal in the United States.
Right.
But you know, we're keeping things open, see if we can, you know, make a contribution out here.
So you have multiple concurrent, long-term, one-directional monogamous relationships
with conservative women, correct?
I see. Okay. All right. What's the pitch? Because I can't.
What's the pitch?
How do you pitch it to the chicks? Because I'm sure a lot of guys would love that. Where
Look, there's no if it's something like this, there's not a pitch. You just say, yo, this is what I'm about. If you want to be, you know, here with me, you want to hang out with me, that's what it's going to be. That's the pitch. Everyone wants like the cheat code for this. There's no cheat code. The pitch is, this is what I'm about. If your value's high enough, chicks will do it. Simple as that.
As to them, they don't sleep with other guys, but they can have
Are you sure a lot of guys wouldn't want to be like Adam and, you know, have their woman?
Another. Okay. Again, that was a bit of a shot. That was a shot. Okay. That was a bit of a dig. Again, a little more good natured. You can look at Adam's face. He's so pissed off. He is so pissed off. Look, if first off, if Adam was not really bothered by this, he'd laugh at it. It was good natured ribbing. It's all it really is. It's all this really was some good natured ribbing. And he's so pressed about it. Look at his face. I paused this perfectly, actually. Look at this guy's face. He is so pissed off. He is so angry. You can see it. Look at the dead look in his eye. He's got like the 1,000 cock stare. He's like, I'm just dead here.
In them streets?
I mean, she's not really in the streets. She just shoots porn with other guys from time to time. I feel like a lot of people like to extrapolate from our actual women.
See, all he's doing is just messing. He's like, I'm just joking. I'm teasing you. Just laugh and, you know, have a good time.
Monogamous relationship and take the porn element and act as if that's what we're doing on a consistent basis, when in reality, her and I are faithful to each other.
Number one, I don't want to hurt
you. No, you're not faithful to each other. You guys fuck other people. What the fuck is this?
Feelings. I'm just teasing you. So I just want to throw that out there. But
see, even says like, look, I'm not really going at you. I'm just teasing you. I'm giving you some good nature ribbing because, you know, we're cool and all that stuff. All that
I think it's strange if you put terminology on something and you're using what's called euphemistic circumlocution. You're trying
smaller
to make
words.
No. I got you. What's a euphemism? What's a euphemism?
Smaller words.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
Okay, goddamn.
No,
Okay,
I mean, smaller words.
I got you. I got you. Right.
Euphemism is a nice way of saying
something. Right. And circumlocution. Anyways, look.
I said that there's a lot of women on this panel, so
I
we need
got you.
smaller
Yeah,
words.
let me
They're
break this down.
simple-minded creatures.
So here's the thing. You know damn well you're not monogamous.
We are on off camera.
Right. So it's like going into the metaverse is not necessary. There's no life on camera and life off camera. It's either you're monogamous or you're not monogamous.
If you got a movie role and you kissed a girl in a movie role, would you still be monogamous in your relationship? I mean, I realize that the sex thing is more of a real physical fact, right?
Did you compare a movie kiss? You compared a movie kiss to your girl getting smacked down?
It literally is. They're making a piece of content.
That's really two different things. It really is. Like, you know, like, could there be an argument for a kiss and you know, between two actors, you know, being unfaithful? Potentially. I mean, it's actually, there's some countries where kissing on the lips is actually, you know, a greeting and a gesture. So is it possible? Maybe you could make an argument for that, but that's a big difference between a movie role, kissing, and, you know, doing, you know, a kiss and whatever, maybe even a makeout session or some shit, then a chick getting full on railed. Like it's the cope is hard.
Making a film.
I actually agree with him. I would say that's not.
I feel like you're intentionally misunderstanding what I'm saying.
No, not at all.
I mean, it's pretty obvious that there is a difference between doing things off camera.
Let me ask you a question. Right? If you think I'm intentionally misunderstanding, you think if we took a poll right now, we said, would you consider Adam's relationship monogamous? Would people vote yes, it's monogamous, or no, it's not monogamous?
Obviously, it comes with a very big caveat that says,
why must there be a caveat?
On camera, the rules are slightly.
But that's the whole point. There's no caveat. You're creating a
No, there is
false
a caveat.
frame.
I just named the caveat.
You're
I
creating
think
a
everybody
false
here actually
frame.
understands it, right?
No,
Yeah,
no, that's not true.
everybody- you see all the bills on
No,
there?
no, that's because you have 3 conservative individuals here, and then you have everyone else here is in sex work.
She just said she understands.
She's not in sex work. She's
Yeah, but why
would
did you
say
put her
yeah.
between? This is confusing, right?
Oh yeah.
Because she's pretty, and I need her next to me.
No, I'm
She-
saying
you know,
like,
like,
if it was to be like conservative and OnlyFans girls.
Oh,
they
hold
would
on.
switch.
That is true.
Hold on,
That is
just
true.
1 sec, guys.
Mr. Adam 666, do not insult our intelligence. Your wife is a sex worker. There is no monogamy. You are the one pretending.
Settled.
I'm a sex worker as well.
Settled.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
And you both
Adam's
have herpes.
6'6". What the- I thought it was 22.
It's Adam 16.
Oh, that's
What
fine.
No, 'cause
Cut
it's six, that
22.
was like the devil number.
Yeah, that was like
Yeah,
a play
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Let's try to keep things a little pleasant.
LLLLLLLLL donated $200. My sprinkler goes like this.
Oh my God. Okay.
They pay money to do this?
Can people take bad words in there? Like, the N-word?
Comes back like this.
Bro, why you gotta fucking?
She's eating it. She's eating it.
Don't
Love
see
it.
Oh,
that
fine.
shit.
Don't
Oh
listen
my
to women.
God.
Don't.
I like how that was her favorite.
Don't
Goes,
listen to
like
women.
the N-word, for
I'm
example.
just wondering.
You guys were having a little back and forth, I guess, on.
Well, we both know we're not going to agree on that, but I think it's very disingenuous to call it monogamy when it's not monogamy. And the only reason
monogamy off camera.
that's like me saying that, inside of this room,
You don't really need to say
blank
it's
is a
like
condition.
anything. It
Fill
just
in the
is a
blank.
statement of fact, right?
No, it's not.
No, it's
Because you create
not.
a false condition, as though life is different when you turn on a camera and turn off a camera.
I think when I say
So if
monogamy,
you're-
It is
monogamy
acting.
on
It
or
is
off
acting.
camera,
No,
I
no,
think everyone understands.
This is really
right?
important. No, I like where we're at right now. What we're experiencing is that you know what you're doing is wrong. So you have this duality in your mind and in your psyche to make you feel like because you turned on the camera, because you're getting paid, now it's okay. When in actual fact, I'll tell you how we know it's wrong. Would you feel comfortable if your father was watching your OnlyFans and subscribing to it?
Probably not.
You
No.
would not feel comfortable. And I'll tell you why. That's because in your heart of hearts and your soul, if you still got one, you know it's wrong. And
See, now Marquette's cooking. He's cooking this bitch.
I'll give you an example. That's your work. In my work, if my mother consumed my work, I'd be thankful and pleased that she took an interest in my work and supported my work. If she bought my products, I'd be thankful. If your mother or father bought your products, you'd be disgusted and ashamed because you know what you're doing is wrong and the product of what you're doing is bad.
First of all, I don't do porn on OnlyFans, so like, don't throw me in that. But I feel like
But
it's
did
like
you get the
what I
point,
want. What I want my
It. She's like, first off, I don't do porn on OnlyFans. All right, cool. That doesn't change the point. The point of the matter is, if your parents, subscribe to your OnlyFans, would you be happy about that? No, you'd be ashamed of it. You'd be disgusted. You'd be grossed out. But what Marquette's pointing out is, okay, well, take me. If my parents took interest in my work, I would be happy about it. I'd be like, all right, cool, this is awesome. There'd be no shame and disgust. That's the goddamn point, not the porn crap, because this chick's dumb.
dad to watch me having sex with someone else, recorded or not. Like, you do things like you don't want your parents to see everything that you're doing.
Did you understand
How do
my
you know
point?
To him, like, it's a bad thing. Like, how do you know that they're ashamed
Real
of
quick,
it?
did you
Like,
understand my point?
What?
Did you comprehend my point?
I understand your point,
Okay,
but
very
I mean,
good.
I do
No, she
agree
didn't.
with
She
him.
did not understand his point whatsoever.
I think off camera, they are monogamous. Like, it's acting. It's like kissing someone in a movie. Like,
No, it's completely fucking separate. All right, it's completely fucking separate. It's not even close.
Okay,
you
let
have
me
sex
give you.
scenes in movies.
Let me ask you a question.
I don't do porn on OnlyFans.
Let me ask you a question.
But I still agree. I do think they are in a monogamous relationship. off
You don't
camera.
do porn on OnlyFans.
I don't.
What do you do?
I do like sexy photos. Yeah,
Do sexy photos,
Mhm.
nude photos.
maybe. Yeah.
Okay, here we got a jokester. Here we got a jokester.
You
Okay.
gotta subscribe. I mean, I don't know. You gotta see for yourself. Yeah.
I would never.
So going back though, how do you pitch it to a girl? Like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
you
fuck
trying to get
other
this
women.
Ism, you trying to get this Ism.
Butler donated $200. Hey, Mr. Herbsalot.
Herbsalot,
You did a
that's-
standard herpes test which shows nothing.
What's the pitch to the woman?
Okay.
How do you make? Because most women are gonna be like, no, I don't want you.
Right.
With other.
Or they're
chicks.
going to try to force some level of gender feminist. We're equal. We're the same. So if you do it, I do it.
Okay.
All right. So Adam, you ready for this? Get your pen and paper.
Let's go.
You ready for this? All right. Cool. So the number one foundational piece is selecting the correct woman. I'll give you an example. We're just gonna go. Just give me a little bit of time here. Have you ever cheated before?
No, never.
Never. Have you ever cheated before?
No.
Would they
Never.
admit it though?
Have you ever cheated before?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever cheated before? You're lying. Have you ever cheated before?
That's fucked up.
No, I'll tell you why. No, I will tell you why. I'm not being
Why
honest.
am I
I'm gonna tell you
lying?
why.
Mics or no mics?
I will tell you
Why
why.
am
I can read characters very well.
Gotcha.
There was a gentleman here named Nick. He was explaining to everyone how the show is going to proceed and giving us the basics on, how to pay
All right,
attention,
hold
how to
on.
track the speaker,
All right, this
how to
is
be
kinda-
respectful. In other words, there was one person who was not paying attention while he was talking. Who was that?
Mhm. That was me.
That was you.
Yeah.
So out of everyone's,
Good job.
I think I'm gonna leave.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna get to the rage quit. Because he's going at this chick.
Good job.
I think I'm gonna leave, and if any girls want to leave with me,
what skills do you have that would help you earn a 6-figure plus income at age 28?
You're right. Nothing. There's nothing that there's no skills that I have. at all.
You're trying to escape.
There's nothing.
but I'm
There's no
saying-
skills. No, right.
Because
You're
you're a cocktail server in Las
He's right.
Vegas,
Yeah.
right?
And there's nothing else that I have to offer.
And she's trying to play it off right now. That's a strategy. Very nice.
What's the strategy? Tell us.
But the fact is, I live in Las Vegas. I've seen your type many times. Generally, they're younger.
We're just
but the point
we're
is-
just skipping.
No, really, honestly,
We're just skipping it. But yeah, we're just gonna check out and see the full on rage quit.
but here's the point. Here's the point. You're currently a cocktail server, which consists of, hey, I'll have a Jack and Coke. And hope that I would give you a good tip. That's your skill set.
And what about it?
It's hard work.
And what about it?
It's hard work.
To say if I took your brain and placed your brain into a man's body, you would be in poverty.
You caught me.
Because you're brainless.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I'm just good for nothing. Yep, you caught me.
No, you are good for something. That's why you have OnlyFans, and that's my point. That's what you're good for. And I'm not trying to be rude, but it's just that we're trying to be rude. No, I'm just being honest.
No, I mean, being honest. Do you even know who I am as a person? I mean, before like throwing these insults, that I'm just this brain dead.
No one gives a fuck.
To offer. Ad hominem.
But is it ad hominem when you actually there were some, but
brainless might be a little.
Do you even know me? Like you don't even. And you're only telling me
I don't need to know you.
Do you think?
You know what? I'm a little bit upset.
Why?
Just so you know, every girl sitting on this side of the table earns more money than him.
Yeah.
All right, that's a fucking lie. So here's how you know it's a lie. All right, first off, we just checked out. All right, we checked out Marquette's income. His net worth 80 million or 8 million. Sorry, 8 million. This is his net worth. He makes like 400K annually, according to what we looked at. All right. If any of these bitches, all right, because what you don't know is, because I didn't show it, but what you don't know is they don't know, not only do OnlyFans, they do other things too. They got, she's a cocktail waitress, one's an underground water photo-ish and all that stuff. All right. So they got a second job along with their OnlyFans. If they were making a bare minimum, more than 400K a year, you really think these bitches would have a second job? Fuck no. So that's why what Adam 22 is saying is bullshit.
Stop. He's an imposter. He's been outed in the past. He basically LARPs as a rich guy on the internet.
If I was absolutely poor, it would mean nothing.
It
would mean nothing.
I think we all are kind of in agreement that we don't really want to sit here and listen to someone who's basically a scam artist tell us what's wrong with our lives.
This is amazing.
So I'm kind of on the edge of walking out, Brian. Let me totally. I'm not walking out on like I just don't want to listen to a scam artist tell me what's wrong.
You can Google my name. You can Google my name.
If you Google his name,
I don't know who you are. You just listened to him say his name not too long ago.
And I hurt your feelings earlier, and
you didn't hurt my feelings at all. It's just you're trying to do this whole moral.
You clearly did, because now he's about to rage quit. He clearly hurt your feelings. Come on, Adam, don't lie.
Superiority thing, and it's not working because you're broke.
It's exactly working. Broke. He's broke. 400K a year, $8 million net worth.
You're actually broke.
Here's the funny thing.
You got a milk dud on top of your head.
Here's the funny thing.
Oh, look at that.
If I was actually broke, it literally would mean nothing to me.
See, look. He's trying to make a point, and they keep interrupting him because they know he's right. He's 100% right. That's why they're interrupting. They're yelling. They're getting all triggered. This chick's super fucking triggered. She's a fucking cunt. And you know what's funny is, so she lives in Las Vegas. She's a cocktail waitress. Marquette also lives in Las Vegas. Guess what happened after the podcast? Not long after the podcast, she went on his show to get more fucking clout. So it's so funny.
Fans for like $400. Silly checkmate. This guy's a scammer.
No.
I think I'm gonna leave, and if any girls want to leave with me,
look at it. Okay, so just watch that. I'm reacting to this because it's so funny to watch. It's like, I'm gonna leave, and if any other girls want to come with me, he's trying to rally the troops. And let's see what happens. Let's see if any girl actually leaves with him.
He's
rage quitting. He's rage quitting.
It's not a rage quit. It's just
It's a rage quit.
Level of me or any of these girls.
Guys, hold on. Let's just take a little pause here.
I'm done. I don't want to listen to that anymore. I feel like I might do something extreme if I were to stick around.
I'm going to do something extreme. All right, now listen to this. Now, hold on. He says he's going to do something extreme if he stays here. Now, we saw that clip earlier, and it was not obviously, but the chick like right next to Marquette. Her husband's like, I was standing there. Marquette went up. Do you want the fade? Adam 22 said, nah, it's just content. Okay.
You might have to polish that milk dud.
When I saw you downstairs, I said, do you want the fade? And you said no.
Okay.
See what you
when I first walked in, I said, do you want the fade? You said no. We could have taken care of that before the show started.
Did you guys have like some pre-existing beef or something?
Listen,
okay, can we switch Adam?
When I came in downstairs, the first thing I said when I saw him, I said, do you need that fade?
See this chick. See, the problem is this chick wanted to get in, slide into Adam's DMs, and she wanted, some clout from him. She wanted to do a scene with him so she could boost up her OF career, her OF her OF subscribers, so she could get more money, because she doesn't have it, because all she is really a cocktail waitress with some sexy pictures on the side. That's all she really is.
And he said, no, it's just content.
Oh, I didn't know you guys had.
As soon as I walked up, I said, "Do you need that fade?" And he said, "No, it's just content."
Oh, but I mean, like, did you guys have like a previous?
Because I went on No Jumper. He waited until I left the state of California, and then he started talking crazy. And I said, "If you had an issue with Marquette Devon Burton, you could have said that to me when I was right there in your studio. Like, you don't have to wait till I leave."
Did you do an episode with him? I was
like, "You don't have to wait till I leave."
I don't know.
And then he DM'd me on Instagram, like, "Hey, bro, we got to like do a show when you come back." It's like, you're phony.
Are you leaving?
Damn. The super villain. The super villain. Wow.
See, she's so upset because she really wanted the clout from Antoine. She really wanted to get in to get on Plug Talk. That's his other one on Pornhub where he interviews chicks and fucks them with his wife. Okay, she wants to be in on that, so she could get more subscribers from her on her OnlyFans. That's why she's so upset that Adam 22 left. But then later on, she still DMs Marquette and goes on his show for the clout. She's a clout demon.
No, I'm just
Yeah,
wow.
because you're a fucking dick and you're an idiot.
She is angry. She wants her clout. She has like a tear in her eye.
See, she wants his clout. Exactly.
She has a tear in her eye. That's wild.
Here.
I believe in you to get him back. That's like
Now, FYI, she still comes back. So she's such a clout demon. She stays, even though he's such a dick.
let's bring Adam back. I feel like we all have the same thoughts. Yes,
Brian did not know. You set this up for the record. When Brian invited me, you said it would be Marquette, 7 Chicks Dating Podcast. Then today, when I was leaving my hotel, someone texted and said Adam 22 will be there. Me, I'm very straightforward. I'm the same person.
Sure.
Online and offline. Sure. And he was talking reckless. That's why when I first saw him, I didn't be phony. I walked straight up to him. I said, "Do you want that fade?" He declined the fade. Cool. Let's do the content. But he was not supposed to be here. You guys didn't tell me he was here until I'd already spent a tremendous amount of money, got out here. Okay. And I was
See, so yeah, no, whatever, definitely set up, to try and get some content from, the Satan Center and Adam 22, and they ended up getting it. So, hey, they got it. Can't knock the hustle. They ended up getting it. But
my way.
I did not. I had no
So it's like a
idea.
setup.
No. I had no idea that I don't watch his podcast on frequently. I didn't know that you guys had any issues whatsoever.
I don't have an issue. I don't have an issue because for me, it's
Okay.
like when I saw you outside and I said, "Do you want that fade?" and you declined the fade. Adam, right?
Yes.
Yeah. He declines the fade. Then there's no issue. It's just like let's handle the business.
Yeah, I didn't know
And
that there
it seems like he
was-
got emotional. I don't know why he's so angry. Because he said there was no problem. He said it's content. Why not do the content?
Okay.
Yeah. He has his feelings hurt. I think it's just like he feels ashamed about what he's doing. It hurt his feelings. Like he makes up something about me. I didn't get all emotional. Like, oh my God, you it doesn't bother me. It's silliness.
But being fully upfront, I had no idea that I guess he had made a.
I don't
Have you guys worked-
don't believe that, but I'm not bothered by it. I still showed up.
No, I'm
right?
being totally honest.
And everyone
I
else
don't
drove
know.
here. I flew here, right?
Sure.
I flew
So,
here too, but
oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
I mean, regardless if you flew here or drove here,
No,
it was still literally.
Okay, so I'm gonna end this part because it's not that important. But I just want to point this out. The reason he's talking about I flew here and everyone drove here, or most everyone's flew here. It's what he's slyly trying to say is I'm able to bring my gun or some weapons with me if I didn't fly. If I drove here, I was able to bring my weapons to defend myself if need be. That's what he's gonna basically say. And Chick doesn't get it, but it is what it is because women don't understand the concept of violence. So there we go. So we watched Adam 22 get confronted by Wack 100, whoever the fuck that is. No shade on him. I don't know of many fucking people, so no shade on him. No, not want any beef from anyone. I don't know who he is, and he doesn't know who I am because I'm far more insignificant than that guy. But so he gets confronted. He makes up a bunch of fucking lies. And we just rewatched, Cuck 22 rage quitting, and the supervillain Satan the Sinner just destroying him. So there we go. So now we got all the facts. Now let's. All right, we watched the facts. Is anything that Adam really said true? No, maybe the height difference. That's probably about it. And then the shots, taking digs at him. More like having some good ribbing. That's generally what it more was than taking shots. You're the judge of that. But there we go. So no, not surprising. Cuck 22 is a fucking pussy. Shocking. I know. Very shocking. But it is what it is. What can you do? You can't really do much when you're against, the Satan Center. He's been blasting everyone. Not everyone, but he's blasted, several people, and he's completely owned them. So it's always entertaining. But there we go. So yeah, we had you guys enjoyed this. I enjoyed it for sure. Yeah, that's always fun to watch. All right, just reacted to all that. All right, but yeah, so there we go. Anyways, make sure you follow me at official W Ghost on X. It's the best way to follow me. See when I go live. See me get see when I go live. See my links, everything like that. Follow me at rumble.com/withghost. Gaming with Ghost as well. Official with Ghost on twitch.tv. And then YouTube, of course, with Ghost. And yeah. make sure you like and follow me. All right. Appreciate the follows. Slowly, surely making my way up there. Making my way uptown. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I've said before, make sure, just give me a follow wherever I am. All right. See you later. Hope you have a good day. Peace out.